Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey guys, ever wonder if nursing is truly for you? Or do you think you pass out at the sight of blood? Well, today I'll go over 10 tips that'll let you know if nursing is truly for you or not. If you check off most of these tips off your list, then scrubs and stethoscope just might be in your future. If not, sticking to Grey's Anatomy just might be your thing. You're calm in the chaos. If the Wi-Fi goes out and your friends are all freaking out, but you're the one looking for the router to reset it, then maybe stethoscope just might be in your future. One of the things about nursing is it's kind of chaotic. I know it might sound crazy. A lot of the videos kind of paint out a different picture.
Yeah, I want to go into nursing. I want to be a nursing baddie and make tons of money and all the things.
But trust me, it ain't all glitz and glam, and it ain't all what it looks like. You really just got to be calm under chaos. Prime example, one of the things that I experienced is I went to the restroom. Everything was fine. We was having a cool copacetic shift. I went to the restroom, came out, and noticed I didn't see anybody and was wondering what was going on. That's when I got to the end of the hall and it dawned on me all the nurses and all the staff were in specifically 2 rooms because there were 2 codes in progress, and it all happened while I went to go pee. Like, that's ridiculous. But yeah, you got to be calm under chaos. So if that's your thing, nursing just might be for you. 2, you're a people's person. Now, you ain't just got to be for everybody, because trust me, everybody not for me. But most of all, I'm a people's person. And if you find yourself being either the group therapist or remembering everybody's birthday, or your friends and family normally come to you for advice, 9 times out of 10, you've got a heart for nursing. One thing about nursing is you definitely got to have a heart for people. You got to want to see people healed and just ultimately be their best self. Now, you ain't got to go in being every patient therapist and telling them what they want to hear or telling them what you would do if you were in their shoes. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is you can go in, and if you see that they're down, always kind of be an ear that's willing to hear and to listen to what they got to say. Now, you might not be able to relate to it, may have never gone through it, may not even know nobody else that went through it. But it's good to be that ear that hears, because you always want to make your patient feel heard. That goes a long way. If they ask you for some advice, just envision and put them with their best foot forward. Show them a picture of their self as a better individual overall. You know, I like to take my patients out of the scene of them being in the hospital and just kind of put them out of the hospital, living their best life and getting past this. So if you do the same, or see yourself doing the same, or envision that you can do the same, then guess what? You might just have a heart for nursing. 3, you can handle gross stuff. Sorry to say it, but nursing ain't all that pretty. You're gonna smell some weird smells. You're gonna see some wounds that look like they should be in a horror movie, something straight out of R.L. Stein, or something crazy like that. But yeah, or whatever your craziest, most cringiest, scariest movies are. Just imagine them, because you'll probably see it in nursing. But if you're more fascinated by stuff like that than the feeling of fainting, then nursing just might be for you. If not, you might just want to stick with Grey's Anatomy. Sometimes doctors put in orders to do wound care for nurses. Now, granted, if you work at a really big hospital and they have a wound care team, by all means, you just dodged the bullet, and your wound care team is going to take care of that. But if not, and sometimes some of the responsibilities are pushed off on nurses, so you will see yourself, or sometimes find yourself having to do wound care on a wound that is almost, just as big and scary and ugly as your worst nightmare. I mean, way worse than some you find under the bed. But yeah, that's nursing. Sometimes you're gonna go into a patient room, it's gonna smell like the smelliest of the smelliest of the smelliest things you've ever smelled in your life, and you gotta go in there with a straight face, like, no. I remember I had a patient, she had C. diff. If anybody ever smelled C. diff, it's a smell you never forget. And I walk in and I had to collect the sample. Not only smell the C. diff, but I had to actually collect the sample to send to the lab to confirm. But yeah, so yeah, I walked in and she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I know it's stinky in here and it's smelly." And I'm like, "No, it's okay. I've smelled worse." All the while thinking in my head, "Yeah, I ain't never smelled none worse than this. Yes, this is the stinkiest." But you know, it's about being professional and keeping that face and letting the patients know, like, "Hey, no, you're not the worst thing I've ever smelled in my life." All the while, they're the worst thing that you've ever smelled in your life. But yeah, so if you can deal with that, then guess what? You passed. Nursing just may be for you. 5, you're a lifelong learner. If you find yourself binge watching TikToks about serious things, or maybe even not so serious things, or you find yourself going down a rabbit hole at 2 a.m. about some interesting facts, guess what? Nursing may be for you, because if you do like doing these things, then you'll love nursing, because it's a field where learning never stops. It's one of those things where you're really a lifelong learner. They're just not saying it. The healthcare field moves very quickly, and it's not just moving just to be moving. I do feel like that it's moving in a better direction all the time. And it's one of those things where you want to stay on the go. You want to catch up and stay up with your learning and stay in tune with learning, because the more you know, the better you can care for your patients. Now, I did say in my last video that I did start off with just my ADN, and I did just achieve my BSN. So yeah, it's one of those things where you want to keep your learning up to date. Now, if you want to go further than that, great. If you don't, then trust me, there's tons of new policies that are coming out in your hospital. There's tons of new ways of doing things, wound care, medication administration, charting, all different types of things. So whether you're advancing your degree or just learning things in your hospital that make you a better nurse, then hey, guess what? Nursing just may be for you. 6, patients with grumpy people. If you can handle a grumpy patient at 3 a.m. or deal with family members that ask 37 questions in 3 minutes, then guess what? You'll survive. If you can't deal with difficult people, then trust me, that doesn't mean nursing is out of your future. It just means you just need to maybe practice on some of your family members. I know it's not only me who just has some of those family members that, you know what I mean. For lack of better words, they fall under the difficult people category. 8, if you're a team player, then nursing just may be for you. If you thrive in group chats and you're the one who handles all the family's things, or you don't just, I won't say that you orchestrate all of it, but you can kind of keep it organized even, then guess what? Nursing just may be for you. It's one of those things where nursing is never solo. You're constantly needing to, I won't say need, but it would be good if you teamed up with other nurses for help. Ask them if they want help, just to keep the workflow going smooth. Now, don't go sticking your neck out helping people if you're already behind. But it's one of those things that if you're all caught up and you see someone else kind of just like lagging around and they have a full plate, they got some patients that are pretty difficult, and you can lend a hand, definitely be a team player and lend that hand, because you never know, you may need that hand next shift. And it's one of those things where you pay it forward. Quid pro quo, one hand always washes the other. So if you can be a team player, then guess what? Nursing just may be for you. 9, if you have a good sense of humor, then guess what? You'll not only survive nursing, but you'll also thrive. Let's admit it, nurses see a lot of things, and we go through some of the toughest shifts, and we see and encounter sometimes the most horrible times in people's lives. I know when I work in the ER, sometimes you have to think about it. You're meeting these people on their worst day. So yeah, if you can still find a humor in tough situations, and you can not absorb it, but harness it and have a good laugh about it. You may not laugh in the middle of it, but if you can take away from the situation a good laugh, then guess what? Nursing just may be for you. And remember, laughing is the best medicine. Like I always say, live, laugh, and heal. 10, Nursing may be for you if you're purpose driven. You have to think about it. A lot of times you always hear people say about how great nursing pay is and how great the money is. And a lot of times, I hate to say it, some people will go into nursing for just money. But if you are that person, then I'm going to tell you now, you're not going to like your career. You're not going to be happy with your decision to go into a field just for money, because as a nurse, and I make pretty good pay, I'm sorry, but some of those shifts really isn't worth the pay. If you can want to go into a situation and leave it better than you found it, then nursing may be a pretty good match for you. Nursing is a great field to go into if you're all about changing one's life for the better. Now, are you just going to be their savior? No. Are you going to be Mother Teresa? No. Are you going to be Jesus, Buddha, all of them? No. But hey, guess what? If you do it right, then that patient just may leave with the impression that you do know who they are. And really, at the end of the day, leaving a situation better than you found it is all that matters. So if you could do that, guess what? Nursing just may be for you. All right, let's do a quick self-assessment. If you said yes to at least 7 or more of these, then get ready to rock those scrubs. That means that nursing is for you. If not, then I don't know. You may just want to keep binge watching those dramas. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. If this video helped you figure out if nursing was for you or not, then hit like and subscribe. And don't hesitate to leave a comment. I'd love to hear what you guys got to say. For more videos about nursing, no sugarcoating, just scrubs and truth, then I'll see you next time.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ah!